Just be careful.
Oh no!
No, it was okay. It was after. I timed it after you said that.
You're like, hey, by the way,
the power of cuts.
the power of hey, I'm about to go hit my ball.
Who was calling me?
Damn, how you popping? Can you hear me all good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You like I have a microphone setup.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like you. You like online shit.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
You've made like clips and YouTube stuff. It makes sense.
Have you seen my my setup? It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's trippy. Oh, kiss yourself.
I don't think it'll work. I'm gonna go like that way. Yeah, no.
You got that beauty. Got a little fake plant from like Five Below. You know, smart. Oh, I don't like that angle. Hang on, we're gonna
gotta have the fake plants.
The fake plants. Yeah, that's appropriate, right?
Yeah, that works.
Let me move the box of croutons. You're gonna see my undies real quick. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut that. Wow. Oh, that was the noise. Hi.
Fucking hate that motherfucker sometimes.
You hate none.
Josh sometimes.
Still talk to Josh.
I love Josh, but like, what's so weird about him is like sometimes he'll want like he's so bad at taking criticism, but then sometimes the way he will ask things is with such like a not necessarily with a critical edge, but there's just sometimes it's like, why are you questioning like that when you don't like to be questioned yourself?
Oh, so he's kind of coming basically he's dishing out what he can't take some points.
Yeah.
That's
like
weird, yeah.
Like I have a pod with him and Ahmad, my other homie, and we just shoot the shit.
Ahmad randomly will like swipe up on my stories and like like my post. I was like, oh
yeah, he's a good follow.
The one guy I met one time.
Ahmad's the shit, bro.
But he do be the shit.
We all have a pod, and I texted them in there because we were supposed. So the way I had my afternoon set up, I had a pod from. It was supposed to be basically 4 to 5. It was supposed to be 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. Done.
Shit. Damn.
Not really that big a deal though, because I don't with the yellow chair stuff. I'm not pumping these out. These don't release till January, so I have time to go back through them and go through them. Like I don't. Need
that makes sense. So it's not like you're doing a podcast.
It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
So he asked me in the group text. He was like, you sure you gonna want a pod? I was like, bro. I'm the one that's running all this. Yes.
Like let me manage myself. Was that Josh asking you that?
Yeah.
I'm curious what his pod's gonna sound like.
Fucking Josh. Oh, it's fun. It's a good pod.
Of course it is. Yeah, because it's Josh and he's a dingus, but
and Ahmad. He's a nice Ahmad's funny too. No,
did you do it? Did they have a joint one or was it just back to back?
No, it's just. What do you mean? It's the three of us.
Joint, like 3-way kind of pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that one I don't really care as much about. That one's just the one to kind of shoot the shit on. That's
not Yellow Chair.
No. That's just
you just get your own podcast now.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. What time is it there right now, man?
5:42.
God damn, I see the sun beaming right behind you.
Yeah, in like a couple months, this will not be occurring.
What do you mean? It's just be like permanently dark?
Yeah. By 5:42, yeah, it'll be dark.
Have you experienced that yet? Yeah, you have, right?
I was there a year.
That's true. Fuck. Damn, man. Come back, motherfucker. You just randomly pop up every now and then. I'm like, Miles is
like, yeah, thanks.
Then you got
this year especially. This year was the least I've been in Louisiana in my whole life.
Yeah, man. Damn.
I mean, like, it really dawned on me at one point. Like, I've probably been in Louisiana like 10, 11 weeks total.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Like, because, well, actually, we can do it live. We can do it live right here. I had to go back to class before my dad's birthday. He's at the end of January. So I had like the first 3 weeks of January. I came back for 3 weeks for the first part of Mardi Gras, the second part of Mardi Gras, and then I had spring break. So that's 6 weeks right there.
Yeah.
but then I went back to Alaska, and then I was done in Alaska May the 1st. I didn't go on the road till July. However, I was in New York a week.
You were. Yeah, I remember that. I was like,
Okay, so I was in New Orleans like 13 weeks, 12
Jesus,
weeks
man.
total. So like 3 months.
Yeah, just shy of like just over 10% of the fucking year.
Yeah, that's about it. Well, no.
Yeah, you're
It's
also
3
like,
months is a quarter.
yeah. Oh yeah, you said okay, 13 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 months, 3 months.
13 months. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I saying? The best part is I didn't have any drinks at Cooters too.
Oh man, I was gonna blame the drinks too. I was gonna
I
be like, I was gonna try to help you. I was gonna try to save your ass.
I've been so fucking busy. I
feel
am
that.
exhausted. I Monday through Friday I work at a clinic while having grad school on top of that. Saturday, Sunday I work at the CBD store. But I'm also doing applications right now. So I'm writing my statement of purpose. And I have like 4 professors with their hands in it, like kind of like, editing, commenting, and everything. So I'm just like, fuck. So look at that little rainbow.
Yeah, no, it's weird. What the heck? I guess I'm gonna leave it and just let it be, or
Just be rainbowed up.
nope. I like this angle more, so I'm gonna be a rainbow for a while. Yeah, no, bro. Grad school's a lot.
Yeah.
First year for me was
easy.
pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like,
But is it getting harder now, or is it like kind of just like
school wise, no, not at all.
just what? Then
It's
what's
just
not as
respect,
simple?
like, and like I don't mean this because I'll release this publicly. Like, I'm not saying that grad school is not hard, like academically in terms of what I'm doing, but it's not academic. Like I'm in art school. It's
Yeah,
about
that makes
producing
sense.
art.
Yeah.
And the thing about me is I can produce art. You know what I mean? I had my first year review last week, and like they basically told me, they were like, "Yeah, you just have too much stuff." They were like, "You just got to narrow the route that you want to go, but other than that, you're good." And I was like, "Yeah, sounds about
That's
right."
it.
I was like, I told them to their face. I was like, my biggest worry when I first heard that we had to do that, because you do a 1-year review, you don't do a 2-year review.
Yeah.
You do year 1, you don't get 1 year
That's
2, and then you graduate year 3.
Huh.
So it's like the first year one's a big deal. That's the one where it's like, okay, you're either in or you're out. And I mean, usually I'm not in a program that consistently kicks people out. So it's
Yeah,
like, it's
but
not
like
like the biggest stress in the world. But I
that's
definitely,
interesting though. That like I mean I don't know, because I understand it's like if you just kind of like rainbow. If you set yourself, you're able to like master your one field or your one niche that you like. But also I feel like at the same time that can like so much limit, like it can act as a limit. Where it's like kind of put yourself in a box you're able to discover less.
yeah, I mean, that's why I always do so much stuff though. And that's
That makes
why
sense.
I always purposely do more than what is the minimum. Like, because the minimum requirement for me would be to go to class and work my GA stuff and teach when I have to teach and call it a day. And I think for a lot of people, that's more than enough.
Yeah, what's your GA position like?
Right now, basically, so first year I was basically like, how do I phrase this correctly? I was like a floater, so to
Okay, yeah.
speak. So
Yeah.
whenever somebody in the art department needed something, I kind of just would do.
Would be the Miles B.
Yeah,
Jordan.
yeah. Like
Miles be
I,
doing it.
I would do stuff in the gallery. I would help hang and help clean the walls, take
I
out the
remember seeing
nails,
that.
sand the walls. I would like, I would do some like Alaska gets gnats at a certain time every year, and they get in the in the window cases. So like I had to like get a vacuum and vacuum it out. Yeah.
Miles
like,
on the job, don't you?
Yeah, bro. I was doing shit like that. And then this year I'm in my office right now. I don't have shit in here, so I'm not going to give you a grand tour of my office.
It's got an office.
I do. It's right next to my professor's office. It's like conjoined,
so
basically.
sweet.
It's cute.
Is it you when you say your professor, it's like a mentor
Nah, he's the head of the program.
Oh.
We only have 2 photography professors.
That makes sense.
Charles and Jason.
And which one's that? Charles?
Charles is you can't even Google Charles. You want to know why? Charles Manson pops up because his name is Charles Mason.
Oh. Like you mentioned Manson,
and Charles
right?
Charles has like a photo of the year. It's crazy. Like
what the shit?
Yeah, bro.
Damn, that's insane.
Like 30, 40 years ago, there was there was a whale that got caught out or there was a pod of whales that got caught in like some receding ice basically, and they were stuck. Like they couldn't get back to the ocean type shit.
Yeah.
He went and photographed it and just had some spectacular photos. And it became apparently it was obviously we weren't alive.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
apparently this was like the 80s. It was like a very big, like apparently it became an international news thing in the moment. And that's why his photos were so powerful for the moment, because everyone in the world was like, oh my God, we got to get these whales out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Almost like his little art. I don't like saying that as a derogatory term, but his art itself was almost like a rallying to it. That's cool.
Yeah, like he said, he's had like a time cover and shit like
that. What? That is insane.
Yeah, like he's great, bro. He's a fantastic photographer, and it's very interesting because he and I are we're kind of like-minded in how we shoot and how we just sort of approach all of it. So it works pretty well. And Jason's a little different, but Jason really likes the exploration like of the film part, and I really like that part. So it's like I get two
kind of both. Yeah,
I get both shoulders basically.
You know that's sick, man. I like how you look at both, man.
But then this semester I co-teach a class, and the next semester I'll teach a class.
Oh, so, really? Yeah. How you feeling about that?
Cool. Co-teaching is fine. I mean, he has me like run critiques sometimes, and I've like had to do a couple. It was funny at the beginning of the year. He's like, yeah, towards the end of the semester, like I'll have you run some classes. And then it was like week 4, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna have you do the next class. I was like, okay. Cool. Sure. Good to know.
Yeah. Oh, like you. Oh, so you've lectured before and everything. Yeah. How's that been for you?
It was cool. I had to do syllabus day. He got COVID right before the class started, so I had to do syllabus day all by myself.
How was that? Did you make people do the shitty syllabus?
We did have to do some type of icebreaker, yeah.
What'd you?
And I think I even bitched about it. I even think I probably complained. I think I did. Name. I just think I did. I might have just done name. I did name and major maybe.
Yeah, just something like not like.
I didn't do a fun fact. I did not know.
Dude.
I think I explicitly was like, I'm not doing a fun fact.
We're not doing that too much.
I'm not doing that part.
Just,
I was like, if you have one and want to give it, whatever. But please, I don't have one.
You must say, look, if I don't have anything, I'm blanking on.
I don't have
not
shit to say. I think. Oh no. Actually, no. I think he told me what to say. I think it was, what do you like to photograph?
Oh, that's nice.
And that makes sense. And at least we can talk about it. We can see where people are at.
It's like, I see a lot of it's like almost anonymous, it's.
And it was mostly like, I've never taken photos in my life because it's just a basic digital class. Like the first couple of weeks, like we're teaching how to use a camera.
Damn. Basic.
Yeah. It was fun. Syllabus day lasted like 45 minutes.
I'm always curious how, like, because like, one of my aspirations is to become a professor.
Yeah, me too.
Come on, let's do it. Where you get tenure at the same place. I know you are, but I'm trying to get on the path. That's what I'm doing right now. That's how I'm getting my doctorate.
Right. We'll get into that.
We will. Jesus.
The conversation is not just New Orleans; it's also about you.
What you mean? All right.
That's what the yellow chair situation is now. I haven't informed everybody of this. I kind of just told people we were doing something. Mm-hmm. What my goal in this situation is, right now I'm doing a compare and contrast of Alaska and Louisiana and how people live type of way. And I don't mean like it's just life. Like I'm walking around and I'm doing what I do in my life in relation to those places and putting them together. I can send you the 63 diptychs I made if you want to see.
A diptych?
It's 2 photos together.
Are you insulting me? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then a triptych is 3. Like if we took a frame of the Zoom call, it could be a diptych because it's 2 images.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
What was I saying though? Oh yeah.
Wait, let me get this out. All
right.
And then the professor part. I'll hold it for you. What I want to do is the first set of yellow chair photos I photographed 34 people.
Yeah.
So I want to do 34 interviews. And then what I want to do is I want to add 20 more people from Louisiana, do 20 more interviews, and then I have a weekly podcast for a year.
Shit. Yeah. You do.
And what I would like to do is at that point, bring the chair up here and try to do a similar thing.
Alaskans.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, so this time what the goal is we're going to talk about Louisiana. We'll also talk about our friendship and like how we know each other and some of that stuff. Because fundamentally, like I told y'all forever ago, all yellow chair is a conversation. I mean, you know more than anybody. Like all that space really was a place to just smoke and chill. Like,
Yes, damn
and
right.
we
Which
just
I love
we just
that,
took
man.
a camera out there and just jokes. But
Yeah.
that's the same thing with this. Still just a joke. But I'll ask some New Orleans shit. I'll make fun of you from being from Metairie, like shit like that.
You have to do me like that.
Yeah,
Man, I
dude.
miss your stupid ass.
Yeah, no, I miss you too, bro.
You bastard. I'm probably. Oh, what is that?
Okay, I had to make sure I was still recording. I always, just get a little scared that I'm not recording sometimes.
You're like, oh shit, we just finished a 3-hour one.
Yeah, and have nothing on there. Just be like, God dang it.
Dude, all right, real quick.
Off myself.
Side note.
Professor part though, I have to do a side note. No, I don't want to K. I don't know. I don't want to KMS. No.
All right,
I like
I'm a man. I will say I am a mandated reporter now.
No, me too. Technically.
GA.
Well, I mean
position?
Title IX.
Yeah, schooling.
Yeah, I co-teach. So like if a kid were to come to me and say some stuff, I have to report it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, this is what I'm trying to show you.
There you go. You look good.
They're white.
Yeah.
I went to the dentist, Miles.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works.
I know it's shut up. I
haven't been again since 19. I hadn't been since.
You want to
I
guess?
hadn't been since like 05.
Shit.
From 2005 to 2019, I hadn't been.
Man, the
And my
last
teeth
time
were
I
okay.
went, wide work, bro. I don't know if you can
okay.
see how bad this is.
No, you showed me.
You can see. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
If you have it on your laptop, you could just screen share and show the people.
I'm on my desktop.
Oh, okay. Just make sure. Yeah,
Damn,
and you don't use Mac, so you can't AirDrop.
I do have Mac, but I just.
Yeah, I just like AirDrop.
Yay.
Bro, I've been running into an issue. I got to get a new laptop
Well, you gotta get a new laptop.
because it's not powerful enough.
What, processing?
I can't run Photoshop or After Effects basically at all.
I hated this fatty.
Hey, Fee.
Oh, she's angry. Ah.
Viva, stop.
Oh shit, she's got a wire.
Uh-oh.
All right,
She's a narc? She has a wire? Damn.
She's got a wire.
Now you got snitched on by your cat.
I did. She's right here.
Damn.
Just vibing.
Hey. She's gonna try to attack this camera.
She's really looking up at this thing like
she was. I have to make I'm gonna make like reels and like a highlight list before I release the pod, to try to, since I'm gonna pre-record so many, definitely throwing that in there.
Oh yeah.
Just
cat eyes.
Just like, what the fuck is this? Oh, there she goes.
That's Punky. No, this thing's still right here.
She's
still looking up.
She's locked in.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, how does this work? How is he in this?
How's he in this?
She's like, I know this guy.
She does. Sid and Sarah were over last week. That was
Maybe we don't get into that.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, let's not.
Yeah, thanks. Nah, but to your professor part, you're saying that.
What was I saying, man? I've always wondered what type of professor I'd be. Like I not like the cheesy, like corny, like, oh, he's the cool professor, but it's always been like, I don't know. I wanted to be the, hey, like, I'm really not going to push as much pressure on the number associated with your grade. Rather, I want to push as much pressure as the knowledge you actually get from it.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the biggest fuck ups with, academia itself is its fixation on GPA and everything you attribute, with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always wondered, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be like the corny professor. It's like, hey guys, I'm happy I woke up and came here this morning. Happy y'all made it. I don't know.
Yep. Nah, for sure. No. I mean, I know what mine is. I mean, especially in the nine advanced courses.
Yeah.
Because I already know if I'm a photography professor somewhere, it's probably not going to be a lot of us. So I'll probably teach a lot of shit. Yeah. So it's like if you're in my basic courses, the expectation is that you do the work and that you try.
Yeah.
I'm not judging you on if the photo is good.
Especially art, man. That is always like,
if you came into the class and you don't know how to turn the camera on, and now you can tinker around with shutter speed, ISO, and aperture enough to take a good photo, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's an A.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I have no reason to, frankly, unless you just don't do your work, I have no reason to give you anything less than A.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. Is like, especially
I told my class that during the syllabus day, I was like, I don't know if Charles is going to tell you all this, but that's how Charles is. I was like, you're not going to get less than an A if you try. I was like, if you do the work and turn it in, you're going to get an A.
That is the beauty of grad school,
And-
I will say.
And it was funny. He then came in. He came in second class, and he was like, this will be the easiest class. He was like, you'll have the highest grade in this class if you just turn the work in. And he's right. He's telling the complete truth.
Yeah, he's not trying to sugarcoat it or gas it.
And
up
that's how I feel, because it's like, bro, what is?
It's like, yeah, man. Oh, psychology.
Not every project has to be for me for the project to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I'm viewing it, if I think it's good, that's not fair.
Maybe I don't find the beauty or appreciation in this, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean they didn't. They tried.
You tried.
So. Yeah. I think that's why Sid actually burned out at ULM.
No, totally. And I think that's why a lot of people, especially at the BFA level, burn out. Because I think the BFA, and granted, I've only been at this one MFA, so other MFAs might be harder. So BFA being Bachelor of Fine Arts, MFA being Master of Fine Arts. I'm saying for everybody else.
Everybody else.
Yeah, whoever listens, our three listeners.
Shout out.
Shout out me, myself, and I. But like, I think that's really what happens is you get pushed way harder, you take way more classes, you're wasting way more time.
Everything's just frustrating because you're overanalyzing everything. You can't let your own self and your own voice speak and
they're overanalyzing everything too, I suspect. And then at the MFA level, it's more like, okay, do you have an idea? Do you have something that you want to create? And then create it.
And
you have the time and the space to do it.
That's beautiful, yeah, man.
Because like I would still say, even though I've technically been in photo classes now, I've never really been in a photo class.
Really?
Not really. I've never been in
I teach them though.
Class, you know what I mean? Like someone.
That's funny, but you teach them, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
That's
but
awesome,
Charles is like that too. I mean, my dad's the same way. He doesn't know how to read music.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh.
Big news. Okay. I might be having my first publication.
Okay, so I was just hoping it wasn't baby.
Oh my God! Fuck no! Jesus Christ! Don't make me.
I was gonna make that joke at first, and then the way you phrased everything got closer and closer to baby being possibly the answer, and I was like,
"You're like, let me not mess with this before." He's like, "Guess what? I'm a fuck."
Oh God! Oh my God! Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah, it's on alcohol use.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, my bud. I appreciate it. Jesus. No, yeah, it's on alcohol use and how we can more efficaciously diagnose alcoholism, especially for. But now it's research came back significant. We juxtaposed our model with the DSM's model. Everything's looking great for ours, and it's just explaining a lot more differences that the current model can't.
Okay.
And it's nice, man. We're in the writing process right now, and
that's amazing.
I got tasked with the introduction, which I don't know why, but for some reason, while that might be one of the easier sections to write, it seems very hard.
No, it seems hard as fuck.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, methodology is pretty hard because everything has to be to the T, like everything like
true, but but that's also more straightforward to physically write.
That is true. Yeah.
The intro, it's like,
I gotta catch people's eye. I'm like,
shit. Yeah.
I was gonna follow up with like just kind of like oh my God, I'm blanking.
Train left the station.
Yeah, it did. Oh my God, who's the people that tells us everything about COVID? The United States Health Organization.
Talking about Fauci now?
Not WHO. What is it?
All
right. Oh my God, I'm like FDA now. Like,
it's okay. It's a podcast. We make the rules. This isn't something with rules already. That's the thing I learned in the art world over and over again. And this is the biggest tip I have for people: unsolicited, no one asked.
Unsolicited.
Yep. It's your world. When it's art and you're creating it, it's literally your world. You do what you do. I mean, don't like mistreat people.
The CDC.
Oh, dirt. Wow, we're both grad students. Look, we're morons.
Dude, are you kidding me? I'm researching this.
Go, Hawks, go.
Oh, dude, Hope always makes fun of me. She's like, go Warhawks. I'm like,
I love ULM. Fuck her.
No, it's so funny. She's
our school is a mess, but I love that place.
The psychology program was trash, except for like 3 individuals who made that worth so much. And luckily I got in with those 3 individuals, and I just want to kiss their foreheads because they are still writing me letters of rec 2 years post-grad.
Hey, no disrespect to the comm professors. What the fuck?
Cats.
No, I got some feedback. It was weird.
That's weird.
That is weird. Whatever.
No, but go ahead and disrespect the common professors.
Like, no, because a lot of them were like really good teachers. I just didn't have a long enough experience to really make a relationship with them. But like, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I absolutely hate like talking down to other like academic fields or anything like that. But communication.
Oh no, people talk way too much mess about comm.
It's important. It is
the only
crucial.
reason why people talk mess about comm, and this will be a criticism within comm.
Okay.
Is that half of the undergraduate student body is just in it because they don't know what else to be. If you take comm serious and you understand the tool that it is and the way that you can utilize it in whatever career path, it becomes really good. But if you don't have any vision, it doesn't mean shit. Dude, yeah, because like there would be communication majors with the concentration as journalism that never once wrote a thing.
That's weird.
I mean, I didn't run I was never the editor in chief, so I didn't run the paper.
But I
did a lot of the paper.
You were muppeting
and I wasn't a journalism major. And you know why I wasn't a journalism major? Because when I was at LSU, I was like, well, I already was a journalist, so why do I need to get a major?
Why double dip on it? Yeah. It's like I already have this skill.
I was like, I have this skill in reality. I can do it here. Shit, I've done it pro now.
Yeah.
I write for the News Miner. I write for the Fairbanks paper. But not the school one, the real one.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wait, really?
I do freelance for sports.
My boy's pro.
Yeah, and I do freelance photos.
That's awesome, man. I like it. Go do that.
Yeah. No, I was just like,
How's Fairbanks sports been doing for you?
Like our sports right now, like the school?
Yeah, the school.
Volleyball's doing well.
I saw your videos on TikTok. I made sure to like them and be like,
you ain't gotta like them, but
no, I got to.
No, I appreciate it.
You're my man.
I put some other animations and graphics I made for volleyball on Twitter today.
Nice, man.
Obviously, this won't release till January or later, so none of this will matter then. I'll probably have a lot more. I'm just trying to diversify my skill set as I don't want to call myself a content creator because I fucking hate that word. And I also don't want to use artist because I don't think in this context it's necessarily artists in the way that people usually look at it. I'm just trying to have more skills within the media field.
Within media creation.
I can write. I know I can do that. I can take photos. I know I can do that. I can hold an interview and have a conversation. I can do some of this podcast stuff. I'm trying to get better as an animator. I've learned some things. I can do some stuff. Yeah, in After Effects.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, making like graphics and different like animation videos and shit.
Oh, I think you featured some of that on your
videos. I've done a couple volleyball stuff.
Nice, man.
And then I'm also just trying to do some graphics too. Basically, what I'm doing every single time I post sports, this is my goal here out. When I post sports, I want 2 of the following 3 things other than photos: an animation, a graphic, or a video.
That's cool.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. But I mean, yeah, man, that's all you.
But also, I'm going to do the same thing for Yellow Chair. Like, I'm going to make animations for it. Like, I'm not going to use this straight out Zoom video.
You know, me in my underwear.
No, I just want to make like an overlay that like somehow communicates Yellow Chair.
Oh, I like that.
And do it consistently and have it be like and that's why I'm giving myself a gap of a couple months to get it prepared.
The creative process to actually have time to fuck stuff. I like it. Okay. You want to go ahead? Start with your questions. You want to give me 1 moment though?
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna not go grab a ball.
Yeah, go for it. No, you're good.
Miles.
Nice. You think I'm gonna Cut this.
And let me tell you, picture this: 900 square feet, 5 cats.
It's no square feet.
There's no
Just
square feet.
cats.
They outnumber us, Miles. There's 3 more of them than there are of us.
Dude, I think my ULM apartment, my Monroe apartment was like 600 square feet.
You had
I had
Levy
3.
need our rocket. Jesus, yeah.
It was fun though.
Speaking of, those little goobers are doing great, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I haven't heard about it, Levy and Anita as much, but I know they're fine.
Yeah. Oh no, they are. I saw them last week. Funny enough.
I knew as long as I kept them together, they would have a great life.
No, they're doing great. Levy is an absolute shithead.
No, he's a fucking monster.
He's a fucking menace.
Monster.
He's a
Dude,
menace.
he always
to
has
society.
been. He always has been. Did I ever send you the photo of the time they were on top of the fridge? Like when they first
Definitely
moved
have.
in, you just see
That
their
was like,
eyes.
them both just looking at you. You're like,
Like, you
my-
fucking asshole.
you're like, you're in my house, judging
It's like,
me.
get
like
out of
this.
here.
Yeah, get shoo. That's so funny, man.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so the questions you wanted to ask, what I guess like you kind of wanted to flow a little more natural into, like what were the topics?
We just talking.
We just talking.
Look at it. Yeah, like we for me and you, it won't just be a conversation about New Orleans, because one of the things I'm doing, I'm explaining so much of the process here, but that's okay. One of these episodes I have to. Your episode is the one that gets stuck with me.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, you're totally fine.
I didn't know what to expect. That's why I have interview questions
no.
ready. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're good. Because the space that I did the first 34 shoots in no longer exists, or at least is no longer accessible to me, the space changes. But that's about how do you define space and place, right? So you use the chair, and the chair is the thing that defines space. So what I intend to do for the other 20 people in Louisiana, it's not just going to be New Orleans people, because my life, frankly, is not just New Orleans. I've spent a significant portion of my adult life in other portions of Louisiana, and have created intimate relationships with those places. Yeah, and I have friends in BR and Monroe and Shreveport and these other places. And what I also want to do is, I want to go to some of these places that I don't have as intimate of a connection with, but I have good relationships with people from those places. Right. And let me go photograph you in your place.
Like, was it Devin Kane? You can go like Lafayette. Oh, I listened to like
Lafayette or Mo.
Lafayette, yeah, Lafayette.
Yeah, I could go to her actual crib, like take photos by the chicken coop. You know what I mean? Like, and take environmental portraits. And that's what I intend to do. And it's the same thing with Alaska. It's the same kind of plan.
Yeah, man.
I see the vision.
I like that. Also, I don't know what changed, but you like audibly saying that you no longer have access to that place. I did not put that together.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. I forgot your mom moved off Simple.
However, though, I could use Birch. Birch has some locations that I could. That's the new house. Birch has some locations that I could take some fire shots. That porch is a dub. The backyard is a dub.
I was thinking, I don't know why. I know it's got like the new modern shotgun where it's got the hallway. Just like in the middle of the hallway. I don't know. I thought.
Yeah. I like the outside to put like it gives context. Indoors could be indoors anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. But, that makes
yeah. So me and you, we'll talk about Monroe a little bit. We'll talk about how how our relationship formed.
Wow, how did it form?
And look, to keep it a bean, I may even go back in the audio and video file and flip how we do this.
Yeah,
use this part that we're about to do first, and use the more natural beginning conversation.
Just kind of let that flow. I like
and
that.
I think we had a conversation in the past already, right?
Yes, we did. But
I'm gonna use
record on your phone. I don't know.
Yes, and I'm gonna use some of that though. For everybody who I've already done something, I'm gonna use part of the old thing. I'm gonna do an intro before all the videos.
I like that.
Like for each one, it's just gonna be me, like on the audio file with a mic close to my face like this. Giving you an explanation who I'm talking to and why. Is there
gonna be video associated with it too?
Yeah, that's why I'm recording this.
Should I put pants on?
Nah, bro. No one's seen your dick.
No.
Let's see your dick. We can take the scenes out where you show your undies all the way, but like other than that,
listen.
Don't see your dick.
My excuse is it might be 5 o'clock for this fine man. For me, it is 9.
It's 6:13 now. Get the fuck out of here.
Shut up. It's 9.
He doesn't know how to do math. No maths.
I don't know. What, 3 hours?
Yeah, no,
Nice.
it is. Yeah, it is 3 hours. But
How did we become friends?
I'm so dead. Yeah, let's start there. That's the best can of worms to open with. I've already look.
Ah! How did we, Miles v. Jordan, become
How did we,
friends?
bestie?
We have some mutual friends who introduced us through a very interesting process.
Yeah.
I
don't know how much I'm gonna. I'm trying to decide already how much I'm about to incriminate myself on this podcast.
Right?
Because I might start talking about stuff I was doing in Monroe that I really don't tell people about.
Yeah, that you do be doing some stuff in Monroe. Bless your beautiful heart. Also there are like 3 cats in line to take a poop right now. No, they're
like, golly, this food went right through me.
Hurry up. Yeah.
Kind of shiggity.
We became friends through Madison.
Yes.
And yeah, that is an interesting relationship now.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't even remember it's like almost to the point where it's so nuanced.
Okay, I think I remember the beginning. Madison told me that like me and you would like each other. I remember.
Yes, I remember that. I remember her talking about like little tidbits of you being like, "Oh, yeah, hey, he got me this makeup palette," kind of something to that degree. Like, I knew she had mentioned this guy went to LSU. I was like, okay, talking to someone at LSU.
Go Tigers.
We're met around. I'm like, all right, do your thing. But oh my god, I remember how I met Madison Smith. This was through the most cringiest part of my life. When I was rushing a fucking fraternity.
I forgot you did that.
I fucking wish I could forget I did that, man. My god, was 18-year-old me different.
Don't the Sigma, boy.
Hey, go Hawks. But oh my god.
Denial will put you on your ass.
They made us wear these awful shirts, these just white shirts. And the most objectifying shit, the frat basically told us, get as many girls' signatures as you could. There wasn't a prize or anything. That'd be so weird if that was a prize. But like, it was just like, oh, it was supposed to be the build confidence talking to new people. It's, in my opinion, in retrospect, very objectifying because it's like, oh, go get these points from women. Gross.
Yeah.
I met Madison Smith when I was in the cafeteria my freshman year wearing this stupid fucking shirt with a couple signatures in there. And she walked up to me, grabbed a marker, didn't say anything, signed it and said, call me, put up the marker and walked away. Not realizing she was friends with some people that were already in the frat. And it was basically like a, hey, we know that guy, gotta go fuck with him kind of thing. It was fucking funny. I was taken back, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Some people.
So that's how I met her. And she started talking about this fine man here over the course of like a year of us knowing, but it was also a little messy because other details.
Okay, I'm trying to think. So you rushed to frat when your freshman year, right?
Oh, man.
That was freshman year? Okay, so that's my sophomore year. So you did that fall freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Madison and I then went to Disney World. We went to Disney World in December. Then we broke up. Then we got back together. Then I moved to Monroe the next year.
Is that
I'm just saying that.
Okay. What were you about to say?
I guess I'm just like trying to put together the timeline exactly.
Oh man, the timeline's so skewed because we're talking like close pushing on 6 years of what like back. I don't know about you, but I barely have short-term memory as it exists now. Like,
hey, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've kept like a log since I left for Alaska every single day since I left.
Interesting.
And also like photography has sort of given me a photographic memory. So my memory has gotten a lot more keen.
Really, man?
Like it's more but it's more detail oriented. Like I can see something and use that to remind I mean, obviously my memories are probably wrong, of course, because we all know they're not.
They're susceptible to change. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You said they're not politically correct. I was like, what?
No, that would be wild.
I misheard. Yeah. All right.
Some aren't probably.
All right. Next.
Nah, so
yeah, that's
Use some
interesting. I like how you
friends.
said photo photo memory through photography.
Yeah.
I don't know why that got me, but yeah, mutual friends.
I we
Messy
we can
mutual
bleep his
friends.
name. We can bleep his name.
We don't have to
But
bleep nothing.
basically, Nate was best friends with this dude. Don't. I'm gonna say his whole name. I'm gonna say his whole name.
Do whatever you like.
I know. I get to make the rules, and they won't listen to it anyway.
Exactly.
I can just block them.
All right. Yes.
He was besties with this dude named Maverick Bogrubs, who I really don't know a thing about. Like, frankly, even still.
And that is
Then
so weird to me because how many times that we're so closely tied between
no one ever gave me
couple
details.
people.
It was always just like
he was
because-
a very nice guy to me.
yeah, right.
Like he was a great friend to me, but there were things he was doing like outside of some stuff that like would make me like very uncomfortable and kind of like biased my outlook and perspective of him, especially as I got older and like by the time I was a senior, I'd like basically broken things off with him. But
sounds like a relationship.
exactly, I know. I was like,
But you were living with him too, and he was your
I
roommate,
was.
and that definitely made it more.
And
difficult.
also the other roommate was dating him, but also
Talking about Madison.
cheating on him with someone else.
Oh man, now you name dropped that part. Oh shit! Well, it's already out there. That's true though. No, so Madison and I, we got together between my freshman and sophomore year of college. So that would be summer 17. We were together until summer 19. We broke up twice along the way. And then we broke up for good because out of nowhere she decided to give. She had like fallen in love with Maverick or used to fuck Maverick or had a relationship with Maverick. I'm not even trying to be inflammatory. I don't even know exactly
it's so blurred.
the real
especially
details.
Through retrospect.
They had a fling.
Yeah. Literally.
They had a fling together at some point, and I don't think she totally ever got over it. And then she got the opportunity to have the chance to be able to be with him again.
Rehab the fling again.
Yeah, and
the fling.
Yeah, and the fling became a thing.
She flung it.
She flung it and it became a thing.
And now they're dating. I believe.
Yeah,
I don't want to be messy.
No. You already said the cheating part.
I did. Well, that was messy to you though.
That's true. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it ambiguous.
I don't know if they know that. I don't.
We'll leave it ambiguous of what that means.
Yeah, that means.
I mean, nothing. One of them knows.
And theoretically, that's 50%, so it's close to majority.
Well, you said you were like, I don't know if they know. Well, one of them does.
One definitely.
One of them has
sure
to.
knows. Right.
If one of them doesn't,
Right, Fee? One knows. Jesus.
Man.
So,
and I'm not gonna cap. I'm gonna be very honest right here. That was very premeditated on my end.
Even my camera reacted to that.
Camera was like, "Holy shit!" It totally was. I wanted to again.
Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean?
I in that situation, what I didn't like was how abrupt it was. She and I lived together, and we like had began like a family together. So for me, it was upsetting that all of the last times that we had were the last time. I didn't feel closure from that perspective because it literally was like that. I had gone to New Orleans. I totaled my car, couldn't go back home. And then out of nowhere, my girl didn't want me no more. And then right after she didn't want me no more, not even, I figured out she didn't want me anymore because she just kind of just poof.
Yeah. And
I knew she was hanging with Buddy. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you were the one who told me.
Yeah.
After the fact, you were the one that connected the dots.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. And I'm not even saying any of this to be messy. So for me,
it's just like something experience we both went through. You a little more personally. I mean, I wasn't entwined with a lot of it always. That's the thing, man. Like,
you were intimately involved
with all parties.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like I was living with both of them, and when y'all two, Madison, you were together, she really had pushed you and I becoming friends, which I was like, all right, she's pushing this. But at the same time, I know, but I was gonna say, like, the funny thing is, like, ain't nothing needed to be pushed. That shit was so natural. Like, it was naturally forming to the point where we're like, stupid. That right there, what he's doing.
Known bros.
Fucking no.
I don't think we can get
Later.
into that.
We're later.
I don't know if we can
That's
get into that.
later. You said you
I
don't
don't even
think
know if we can
I don't
explain
think we
it.
should. All right. No,
I
just
don't think we
no,
can
bro.
explain it.
All
I don't
right,
think
all right. But while y'all were together, she had pushed you and I becoming a friend. Naturally, we became friends, and that like stuck. Obviously, like here's like what 6-7 years later. But the funny thing is
Not
like
that long. Like
6, 5, 6,
4, 5.
4. Fuck you and my numbers. Let
It's
me
okay.
say what I want.
It's felt like a long time. I
it's
mean,
definitely felt like
COVID
wow.
was a couple of those years. So
Also,
yeah,
you
10 years.
moving, even though it's not moving and pursuing in her career. But
No, but I also moved. Yeah,
yeah, you did move.
that's true. I did.
She had pushed you and I becoming friends, and then eventually you had the car crash. She decided to start seeing Maverick. Oh my god, I remember that. That was at Fillmore. That was a whole other house we lived at, where it was just me and Maverick. And then,
Dude, you remember the time?
oh my god,
You remember right
Insidious
after
was involved too.
remember?
Cheated on. Oh my
Yep.
god.
You
I'm so
remember right
rusty.
after I moved to Monroe and Madison and I came over to the other crib, the one with the really nasty bathroom?
Yeah, that's Fillmore. That's Fillmore.
Yeah. And it
I
was me.
hated that place. It was
Yeah, it was
disgusting.
disgusting.
Fucking gross.
It was very nasty. It was me, but it was just, I think it was Maverick popped up while we were there.
Yeah. No, he didn't because he lived there.
No, I know, but we didn't know if he was going to be there. So it was Maverick, you, me, Isaiah, Madison.
And Madison got
Mia.
so high. And
And
Mia.
you and Mia were supposed to go bowl.
Yes.
And Madison got fucking
So
obliterated.
fucking high that on the car ride there, you're like, hey, actually.
No, like she like spaced. Like she even
And that
said
was-
she didn't remember driving home. Like she told
And
me.
that was like one of my first times meeting you too.
Yeah.
That
was
was
cool,
gross
though.
house,
It was-
man. I'm never
No,
living with
nasty
2 other
house.
men. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I understand that. It's a very certain type of man.
Yeah.
Like,
I
can
say
only
that
live with
as
some
like
type.
my like this shit's a little cluttered, but like
It's not nasty though.
it's
It
a
was
different,
gross.
yeah.
It was
That
gross.
that house was gross. It was crusty, grimy.
Yeah.
This one just sometimes a little cluttered.
But no, yeah. So she pushed a friendship, and then we became really close.
Yeah. And then I moved in with them too as they were seeing each other while I
Yeah,
maintained being friends with you, living with them. They got messy, something happened, and
Oh
we
yeah,
just
I
moved
didn't
out.
finish my premeditated take.
Yeah.
Good, your camera
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
react this time.
It got used to it.
I knew that if I had an opportunity to have another moment with her, I wanted to have it, and I don't just mean sexually. I wanted to
Still
just see
looking for
what
the
it would be
closure.
like. Mhm.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I
Is
needed.
that your form of closure with that? It's just
Yeah,
kinda-
I need. I almost always want intimacy to end it. Like then, I don't just mean sex. I want it to feel like how it was one more time, and that's good. And that's
that's
it.
odd.
I don't need it again.
Interesting.
Because usually speaking, because of whatever occurred, you can feel that it's different.
Yeah. Okay. So I
And there's
guess you
just a
just
lot
wanted.
of in a lot of those situations, at least in my experience, there's just a lot of vulnerability on both sides. And a lot of time there's a lot of like actual communication, and we really like, closure really occurs because you kind of both sides kind of get to see the experience that the other one has gone through since the situation,
Yeah, that's true. Also,
negatively or positively on both sides.
you're both out of that emotional state as well, of the
Mhm.
initial breakup.
Yeah. And then for me, usually it's like that occurs. And then it's like sad one last time because it's like, damn, like that's a part of my life. That's a chapter that's closed. Like it's done.
The
door's
interesting
closed.
though is I feel like the sadness stems from like, oh, this is what we had, not this is what I'm missing. Which I guess that that
No,
does make sense. That's where you get your closure from.
No, I totally feel you though.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted, and it occurred
Well, you got it.
I did. for like 72 hours.
And now neither talk to us.
That's true. Well, no,
Me
I'll just leave it at
partic-
that. No, I won't be rude. I won't be rude. I was gonna change this. I was gonna do a semantics thing, but I'm not gonna do it.
No semantics here. You're like, I don't. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna be a dick. Like I was about to be a dick. I was about to be a dick.
I know sometimes I get dragged on the fence stuff, but that's just
Damn, you still get dragged on the fence?
that was like years ago, and I'm just big daddy.
All love though, truly. I learned a lot from that situation. But I want to get into Monroe because Monroe's a bigger
Yeah,
can of
it's
worms.
good.
Favorite thing about Monroe?
My favorite thing,
Yeah, putting you on the spot.
when Trump came. No. I still remember driving down.
I photographed that shit.
I know you did.
I did.
I still remember the
Not
day
Trump,
that shit
I
happened.
hate that guy.
I know, fuck that guy.
I just want to say that clearly. Yeah.
If that's not already explicit,
Yeah,
like
facts.
fuck that man.
Yeah, facts.
But I remember that day. Literally, this is going back to it. I remember the day that was happening. I was driving down the main street, blaring FDT.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I got so many side looks. I was like, I'm happy with this right now. I had also just got a piercing too, so I was like feeling myself. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Monroe, man. What was my favorite?
Bro, I laughed at the people.
Oh yeah.
At the rally?
So yeah.
No, so the way they had it, so if we're in a stadium, right? Trump was here. All of media was in the middle.
Yeah.
You had like a little bit of fans in front of you. You had some behind you, and then you had everybody above you. So you were right smack in the middle. Like they put you there for a reason.
Yeah.
And like just the look in their eyes, because I was right by like CNN and Washington Post. So fun fact about that day for me is that's where I stood. I was just behind them.
Oh,
I was like the next row behind. I was like, well, shit, if they right there, why would I not get right here? Because you couldn't walk around. There was a set spot you could be at.
Oh, interesting.
You could
it's not like
No, if you had a media pass, you had one area you could be. You were not going around. Mainly because mainly for help for safety reasons.
Yeah, you don't want people trying to trample for a shot and everything. Yeah.
Well, no, it was more like the people in the crowd might beat your ass.
That was my thought. Is like you're saying you're in the middle. I'm just curious of how many people were like peering at you, like
no, exactly. So I would laugh at them. I
Yeah.
couldn't even help it. Like I literally thought it was hilarious because I was like, little do they know, I just work for a college paper.
Yeah, you're
like you're acting like I'm like making your life worse. I'm like I'm 20. Like at the time, I'm like 21 years old. 20,
sir,
no, I just turned 22.
Don't know how taxes work. I've
been 22 for like 6 weeks.
Damn,
like
man.
I was fresh. Like I was a little kid.
How old are you at the moment right now?
Are you
24? You're bad at
25. 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow.
My little October boy.
I know, bro. Libra gang.
Turned 24 in 3 weeks.
I know it's weird.
It is weird.
This will release later on, so everyone will be like, what the fuck?
They're like the
it's not
children.
2 weeks from now.
Shut up.
It's like 3 months from now.
All right. We got sidetracked by the fucking Trump. I was getting there. Man, I didn't even tell you.
Yeah, you can.
I think, well, like I'm gonna say, like it's not gonna be like the actual tangible thing, but it's just like
okay.
The amount of friends I had during Monroe was a very interesting time period for my life because like I finally like my last 2 years, 3 years of high school, I wasn't in the best housing situation with family. And I kind of leaned a little too much on my partner at the time. And like it was such a like codependent relationship that I was never myself. College came up, separated. I was able to have my own friends for like what felt like the first time in my life. And it was a weird feeling, man. Like it was interesting, like having the ability to just be like, let me go drive over to this person's house, stay there. Let me go drive over. It's Monroe. This is a city of like 30. No, what is it? No. West Monroe has like 30,000 and like Monroe
I think Monroe's got 40.
40? Okay.
Yeah, Monroe's not like it's a decent sized town for Louisiana.
It ain't like Converse, Louisiana, but it's it's Monroe. Yeah, it's a small.
No, bro.
Small
and if you took, I'm gonna forget the street names now, which kind of makes me upset. If you took the road,
was the street I was thinking of.
If you go straight off campus,
yeah,
like you remember what the Taco Bell and all that shit was.
Yeah.
Like if you just go straight and you take that through road to like going to my house. No, not Sterlington. Sterlington was the interstate. Sterlington was the interstate.
Okay.
If you just kept straight, I guess it is Desir, but I don't remember what it turns into. If you just kept straight and went down to McKean and everything where I was, by a certain time of night, the lights were off.
Yeah, straight up.
They would just blink. They would just blink.
Yeah, which I liked. Low key.
Me too.
Like that was an interesting, like, yeah. Now it's like immediately you and I both moved straight back to New Orleans after that. We're like, fuck.
Oh, this kind of sucks.
It was like a miniature culture shock, wasn't it?
No, it was. It really was. Me and you have never talked about that, but seriously, it was a little bit. It was like, damn, I kind of missed like the intimacy of what Monroe was.
Yeah, but you and I also did move home at odd times. Though that was like middle pandemic, kind of like.
Yes. Middle
So it's
pandemic,
fun.
and none of my my mom and her boyfriend didn't live there at all. So I
Yeah,
was
so
by
you're
myself.
literally true and tried
I just
by
moved.
yourself.
I literally
Yeah.
just moved.
Yeah.
Like completely, just from one place to another place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Dude, I don't know if the day I left Monroe, like that was weird because it was like, hey, they're talking about shutting down the city. I remember just like Hope and I just being like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And I'm like, I guess I'm moving home. And like that was decided 2 days. Like and like one day happened, the next day I moved home. It was
Dude,
insane. That was such a
within
weird period.
24 hours, I asked my mom. I was texting her. I was having trouble finding a roommate because I needed a roommate for my last. Remember, I had to do one more semester. I wasn't
Yeah.
done yet. I had
Yeah.
one semester. I was supposed to graduate 2020. I still did,
Yeah.
but I didn't do it in spring because I had one semester left. But it was going to be COVID, and there was only one thing I wanted to accomplish at ULM, and it didn't seem like I was going to be able to accomplish that.
What
So
was that?
I don't worry about it.
Okay.
I can't really say. I literally texted my mom. I was like, should I just move my aid for the fall to the summer and knock out this last semester in the summer and be done with it? Because that's how it worked. You could always move your fall aid to the summer, but you wouldn't get any aid in the fall.
Yeah.
So since it was just the end of it, I was like, well,
I don't
should I
need it
just
in the
do it?
fall. Yeah.
And then within like 48 hours, it was done. And I was like, okay, well, coming back to the crib.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you doing summer classes.
Yep. Dude, I took a whole semester. I took like 12 hours in a summer.
Yeah.
I had a
You were
lot.
moving, man. Damn.
I barely did math. I did math at the end.
Damn.
Yeah. Came down to the last test. No, dead ass. It did. I had to get an 80.
Your whole degree came down on an 80.
I'm serious. It did.
That's insane.
I've said it's the most cliched way you could ever graduate.
Yeah.
A math test at that.
Yeah.
Yes, literally. Yes.
Yeah, that is.
And I got a 90.
I love it. That's
I
awesome.
popped like 2 Adderalls, studied my ass off, and got it done. Well, I studied my
Amen.
ass off for like a week. Literally for like 7 straight days, I just locked in.
Yeah.
Got a 90. I was like, oh, damn, I could have learned math. And I was like, this all it takes. I'm not disciplined enough for that.
Yeah, I can't sit down. I have to like work periodically through like the course of like 2 days to do like a homework. I'm just like,
It's too much.
Yeah.
All right. Least favorite thing about Monroe.
Monroe itself, man, the people.
Tell
let
the
me back
people
up.
what describe what the issue is for the people who have never and probably will never go to Monroe. Monroe, Louisiana, for that, because there's a lot of Monroes.
Yeah, there are a lot of Monroes, and I hope you never have to go to Monroe. I don't know. I do have sentimental like feelings towards
I don't
it.
have beef with Monroe. I get what you're saying. I'm not
Wasn't
going to
for me.
co-sign you, but I'm also not going to be like, no, he's totally wrong.
So weirdly enough, my least favorite part of Monroe actually counteracts my favorite part of Monroe, or contradicts, I should say. Well, I'm gonna actually rephrase it. I hate that no matter where I go in Monroe, there's someone I recognize or recognizes me.
Yeah.
Especially as I'm like getting older and everything, kind of getting more into my career.
Can't be discreet.
I'm not that's even like want a desire to be discreet. It's more just like I don't have this energy to engage with so many people going to Walmart, going to like, oh my God, like go eat anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. It's always people.
And I mean,
Also,
don't
my
get me
least
wrong, it
favorite
was a
thing is-
blessing sometimes because you'd have friends that are waiters or bartenders or whatever, and you could get deals
exactly.
and shit like that. But it would be like, golly.
I actually think it's more now that I'm kind of like thinking through it more. It's more like towards like the people I knew the first 2 years of me being at ULM, because I was a completely different person. So if they were associated with me, they knew that person, not me. So it's like.
I also feel like that's a common experience for a lot of people for their first year or two of college. It's like a lot of time the first friends you make in college, you don't stay friends with.
Yeah, which.
And now it's funny. I kind of have stayed close with mine, or I've stayed friends, not close. Definitely not close.
Your roommate?
No. I was already friends with him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't live on campus.
Friends.
That's the first time I've ever been in a dorm. Last year was.
Really?
Yeah, 2 years.
My first semester, it's in a dorm.
Yeah, I've done dorm here now twice. It's cool. Okay, favorite moment that you had in Monroe for you, and don't have to be graduation.
No, God, that's so corny.
I was just making sure because that's fucking lame.
It's not necessarily one of my favorites, but it is definitely one of the most memorable. Can I out you?
Sure.
All right, you and I tripping acid trying to watch the Miles Morales animated Spider-Man movie. And you and I would be like, whoa, this is gonna be so cool. And like getting really into it. And then all of a sudden like, having Sydney call and be like, hey, we're coming over. And you and I'd be like, oh, I don't know why.
That was acid?
Yeah. Oh, you were on shrooms. I was on acid.
Oh,
We
okay,
did
okay.
a
I
little
couldn't
flippy floppy.
remember. Yeah, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, I didn't remember that. Yeah, I
it was
remember the
weird,
moment.
yeah.
Dude, I remember that as so intimately. Because we were locked
We were
in.
watching
and
nature
then-
documentaries.
Doo.
We were, and we like.
And you know what's funny? Both times I did shrooms out there, the same thing happened. Another time this chick came over, I'm forgetting what her name was. I had this beautiful moment. Like, this is actually one of my favorite, like, moments that is just really personal to me from Monroe. There was this chick. We didn't hook up. We didn't do nothing. We just hung out a couple times.
Yeah.
Like right around New Year's one year. And then after that, a little bit. But like, there was one time I just went over there and we just like laid in the bed and like, she basically, like, she taught Spanish and she was a Spanish teacher. She was like 24 or 23 at the time or whatever. Like a year older than me. However old I was, she was a year older than me. She was a Spanish teacher. And I was like, yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish, but I don't know a ton. And she was like, okay. I was like, see, she was like, I'm gonna give you the Bible. I was like, see how much of the Spanish Bible like you really know, like that, like can read. And I was like, well, I've never read the Bible. She was like, okay. And like we sat there and like I really just read the Bible like in Spanish. And I was like, damn, like I know a lot more of this than like I thought I would know. Like just to be able to, I was like, this is such a useful tool to learn a language. Because it's like, this is something that's familiar and you can kind of actually learn a lot of, because there's more direct cross, you know what I mean, I guess? I'm forgetting what is that a cognate? Is that a cognate?
Oh, like just your language ability itself? Or you're
no,
thinking of cognition?
No, I'm thinking of whatever the word is for similar across language. I'm forgetting what the word.
All right. Sure.
That was beautiful.
Vernacular.
I remember that
That's
though.
interesting.
Our moment was hilarious. I mean, my favorite Monroe moment with you is Gnome Roast for sure. That's another
That's
intoxication story.
Yeah.
Like, we can't even explain this. I'll give the
because we've tried
shortest rundown
it.
of all time. We're just, you ever have those moments with your friends, like, or with a friend where you start laughing and crying basically, and just like, it's just one of those moments. We had that, but it was also a whole story. Like it was a whole journey. Yeah, it was crazy.
There's an arc resolution.
If I ever really can animate, I'm making that.
Yes. Also, the funny thing is, I think there was a moment where we even tried to like retell the story, and you and I were like, "Wait, what happened?" And like, here, I did like the makeup thing. No. And it was like neither of us could actually recant it. It was insane.
No, it's just one of those moments. Okay, but so it's funny though, because we haven't even said this, but one of the interesting parts about Nate and I is we're both, I mean, he lives specifically in Metairie, but like he grew up in New Orleans like the rest of us. If you're in the suburbs somewhere, especially New Orleans, not even the suburbs, not even, bro. People don't even understand how suburbs work in New Orleans in comparison to other places. Other places, suburbs are actually far. Metairie's not far.
Metairie's like 4 minutes away, 5 minutes.
You could walk to Metairie if you really wanted to. It would be a nightmare, but you could walk.
There's no clear indication where Metairie stops and New Orleans starts.
No, not at all. It's just on the interstate.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa. All right.
I was like, oh, well, you can tell. I mean, there are some tells where like, oh, there you go. Well, actually, no. Technically, I think it is wherever Orleans Parish ends, because Orleans Parish is New Orleans proper.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why Algiers Point is technically in there. That's why the East is technically New Orleans. Yeah. Even though the East is fucking far as shit from New Orleans.
East is not. Yeah, I hate hearing New Orleans East. I'm like, stop.
But the East is Orleans Parish.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
It should be. Well, parts of it, not all of it. The East is huge.
But yeah, you and I are both New Orleans boys.
We're both New Orleans boys, but we didn't know each other beforehand. So
but the weird thing is, we also have a pre-connection though. So my partner, Hope, I've been dating her. We're going on 3 years. She went to Lusher in New Orleans. She was born and raised here. Not born.
I failed out of.
But raised here. And he failed out of here. But her brother,
grade.
her
Yeah.
older brother, 3 years older, Colin,
My guy.
his guy, my guy, good guy. He
Colin's
went
in
to high
my
school.
Colin was in
Yeah.
my grade. We went to Lusher together. We were friends, and then he
also
failed out of
failed
Lusher
out
too.
with-
He ended up as Psy with me, with same situation.
So my partner's brother was friends with him and was like very fond of Miles. Like remembers him dearly.
Bro,
and anytime
bro, I
talk
remember
about
I
him-
ran into Colin. Colin was towards the end of his stint at Lusher, and you could just see it. And I knew all the signs because I was that guy.
I was
Like
son, yeah.
you just know, like it's like, oh damn, like you at the end of
done.
it. You at the end of that bitch. And I remember I just randomly saw him on the street. We were over by Dad Dog, like in that general area. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I was like, Colin, we hadn't seen each other forever. And we was just kicking it and talking. And I was just like, oh yeah. And I was like, he finna be inside.
Was that on Ferret?
Yeah.
My man was at another bar. Oh, I love that place. Or it was at that time it was other bar, but yeah.
Shout out Colin.
Yeah. So
But yeah, we
same place, connections, but never.
but
met
even
each
that
other.
connection got made once, we had already known each other.
Oh yeah, like Hope and I didn't get together.
We were already cool.
Yeah, you met Hope. Hope would talk to you
I already knew
about
Hope.
me. Yeah, my
Yeah.
birthday party. You remember? That?
And technically, I already knew Hope before that. Technically,
Yeah, because
not well. I don't think we knew each
Yeah.
other. I think we maybe had met once, but the whole Lorenz shit.
that connection. Yes, I was like, yeah,
And
Colin, I forgot.
Another
about
one
that.
of my besties. Yeah.
Yeah, and who my partner was like friends with, and like thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that connection, the Colin connection, the Rolenz connection, and the home connection.
It's a lot. But that's why I specifically asked about Monroe first. I know.
Yeah.
But I do want to get into New Orleans. What do you like in a similar way? I asked what your favorite shit about Monroe was. What's your favorite thing about New Orleans?
Oh, I don't want it to be a cop out,
It's
but
totally fine if it's cop out.
I don't know. Again, I think I am never really too fond of the place itself, more like the people and experiences I get there, which I feel like that's just kind of a shared thing. Most people are like that. So for me, New Orleans, man, it's again the friends, and now it's like a different activity we do now. Like it's just like kind of generic, but like on a weekday, me and a couple friends just go to a dive bar. Like I just got back from today. And like that was something I didn't do in Monroe. I wasn't really accustomed to like just going to bars. I didn't really like that. But now it's like being back home. It's like shit. I'll get a little drunk on a Wednesday.
I'll go to a dive bar.
Yeah. So it's
I'll
like
go to a
that is
dive bar
definitely
anywhere.
shit. Cooter Browns, you want to go?
I love Cooters.
I love Cooters. Just go.
I talked about Cooters on another pod.
Did you really?
Food.
God,
Oh
I
yeah,
love
the food, bro.
Cooters. Oh yeah, I had a shrimp po' boy. Shit smacked.
It's some of the greatest bar food on earth.
Yeah.
They got it's a whole fucking restaurant in that bitch.
I think I do. While I hate / love my family, I do appreciate them being here, but they are definitely an added stressor being here. I think definitely one of my favorite things are just the people and having an opportunity to like experience new ways and forms of hanging out with people. Like now I'm going to people's houses and they're having like garage bands like playing. I'm like, damn, this shit I didn't do in high school. I didn't do this in Monroe. So it's like just I guess it's still young adult at least.
No, for sure. But I mean, I think that's the process that's occurring for all of us. It's like, oh, wow. Like we see the opportunity and what kind of occurs as we become all situated in adulthood.
Yeah.
We're still young adults, but like, we're not getting younger.
Yeah. Facts.
Like we only go in one way. So it's like, we're only going to become more accustomed to the environment that we get to create for ourselves.
We'll ever be able to.
Because I'm always have fun. This is something that people are like, I don't want to be an adult. You won't be fun anymore. I feel like I'm missing out because I didn't have fun in college. You can have fun fucking whenever.
And
fun
now,
is a mindset. Fun is a mindset.
Yeah, it really is.
My dad is 50 years old. That motherfucker
still
is
having
fun.
a blast. Yeah, right.
My mom is fun too, but in a very different way.
Another favorite thing of New Orleans is contrary to Monroe, I'm actually like proud of myself too, of like the person I am. And I'm not as like, ooh, when people come like, hey, you're Nate, right? I'm like, yeah, I am here. I'm all more be like, yeah, I am. So being I'm a little more solid and grounded within who I am and comfortable with that. So it's nice to freely experience yourself in the city with friends.
Yeah, so you're saying it feels better because you feel more comfortable now. So being back home while being like comfortable in you feels nice.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel that too. Every time I come home, like it's like, oh man, like I'm back. Like
You're
I'm locked
a
in,
busy
like-
man when you come home.
always, I have to
It
be
is-
because I mean,
I
I
know.
try to see as many of y'all as possible.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really, I just try to spread the love, and it's like I know I'm never.
It's
there for all that
exhausting
long.
too. And like it's the same point of like.
My whole
fuck,
life
I'm
is
go-
exhausting.
Yeah. Is it?
Hmm?
You feel that way?
Yeah, but I push myself, and then I take the rest that I need, and then I get exhausted and take the rest I need.
That's good. Okay.
I just make a cycle.
I was just making sure it was like a comfortable exhaustion, not like
No, yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
drained.
No, I just try to work and I try to make connections. I mean, the biggest thing is that like people act like friendship and connections are hard, but they're not. You just have to try.
That's definitely. I found
And it doesn't
very
take a lot,
easy.
especially when you're already really cool with people because they understand your circumstance. But it's like if I'm in the city and I can make a period of time to go see the homie, like that's way more appreciated than like, damn, like you never fucking see me. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
I don't
like
that.
like me and Josh have conversations like, you know, and he'll kind of chagrin the reality that people don't always want to hang out with him. And it's like, you know what? I totally would understand that. If I was at home all the time and like when my friends came home or when my friends were just there, if they never wanted to kick it with me, like I'll be like, damn. So when
Yeah.
I'm home, I try to make sure I see everybody so nobody really feels like, because it's never personal. Like if I don't see somebody, it's not personal.
Like, you know, I love you and I know you.
Yeah.
I know you're a busy fucker.
And I mean, hopefully, that will not always be the case. You know what I mean?
Like I get a settled
Eventually,
down eventually.
one day I'll be getting tenure somewhere. I'll have to be
Yes.
someplace.
And you give me a lazy professor. No, I'm kidding. Don't be.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
You know what the first thing
Oh.
I'm doing when I get to a college is as a professor?
What?
Get me connected with study abroad motherfuckers.
Ooh.
And how do I help on that end?
Come on, I was like, I want to go.
Pay
abroad,
me
too.
to travel.
Yeah, there it is. I like that. my endorsement.
Yep. Just like grants. I love a grant.
Oof.
Hey, you giving me
I-
money to go somewhere? Yeah, bro.
That's what your grants are like. Fuck. My grants are sad.
I mean, it wasn't a lot.
I mean, yeah, you got to go to New York.
Stayed in a hostel.
That sounds like a hostile place.
I mean, I'm
Oh,
gonna
maybe
cut this.
corny.
I'm gonna cut this part because I go here and it would be inappropriate to just to really be rude. I mean, it's not like they were really paying for that much. They just paid for a fucking flight.
Oh damn.
I mean, like they paid like they
Man.
had, like I had meal vouchers and stuff like that, but it's like I didn't have to pay to get into the library.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I didn't have to pay to do research. I go do research right now. I could
Yeah.
I could request all this, and I'm gonna have to. And now I'm gonna cut it back in. I'm gonna just leave the whole thing. Fuck it. I got to go back because the first time I went, I spent so much time fucking just shooting shit in New York. I got to go back and do more research. I got an independent study right now with a professor, and that's what we're trying to figure out.
Is there
I'm
a
not gonna-
professor that goes to Fairbanks or no?
Yeah, he's in Fairfax. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not gonna say what the grant was for. I am gonna gatekeep my grant, mainly because I do want to see how far I can go with this knowledge, and see what happens. Now I'm saying
Interesting.
basically I'm looking into
curious what
Malcolm X.
curious what an MFA grant looks like.
But it wasn't even a figure.
Wait, is it a federal grant?
No, it was through this resource on campus.
Oh, interesting.
It's through it. I can send you the link. They usually do climate stuff. They actually reached out to me. I had applied for a travel stipend or some shit, or like a travel award.
Oh.
And they sent me an email and were like, "Hey, if you apply for this grant by Friday, like we'll consider you." And it was after the deadline already. So I was like, "Okay, I'm pretty sure if I apply, I'm about to get blessed."
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So
And I did. So
hey, love that for you, man.
yeah. Last year, I mean, bro, I got a grant and a fucking gallery show.
So that was last year. Yes, I remember that. You posted on your
I haven't
story.
had the show yet. The show's not even until next year. It's next February.
Or am I thinking of when
That's
you
for
set
this.
up?
That's for Yellow Chair. And this is
Oh.
this is the audio and visual part. I actually want to talk to them. I don't think it's going to be possible because it's going to be so expensive. I wish it was. I would love to be able to put a small screen or something next to the images to be able to run.
Like just this, like through.
Mhm. Although I may just make a greatest hits thing and play it ambiently in the background, like just have different parts of the conversation from different people. and just
I
have
do
that.
like the greatest hits part.
And I'm gonna call I have a homie who's he's literally audio engineer. His name is Quentin. I'm gonna call Quentin and shoot the shit with him and see if he can help me with my ideas.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Because I need something.
For the like kind of.
I don't want it just to be photos.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you can manage. What if you like supply your own TV? Do you have one in your garage?
Ow. No, I bet. No, I don't even have a TV.
I'll buy you a monitor.
Let's get into New
Orleans. Yeah.
What's your least favorite part of New Orleans? You said some positives about the relationships.
Dude.
What's the parts? Everybody from New Orleans has something to complain about.
Yeah, no.
Every pod has kind of been us shit talking New Orleans to a certain degree.
I'm about to shit talk fucking New Orleans.
And then halfway through the pod going, hey, look, we still actually really love New Orleans to death.
Yeah. Like, I want to
New Orleans is like, hey, look, I'll say this. New Orleans is like when you shit talk your homie's like brother or sister and they get mad at you. Don't shit talk New Orleans to me.
Yeah.
But I do get that there's problems.
Yeah, there's problems. Well, I feel like my problems are, I don't know. Man, you can't, New Orleans is getting to this point, this like breaking point where if you are anything but upper middle class, you cannot fucking live here.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
But then where's the opportunity to become upper middle class? And then what are the actual opportunities for upper middle class people?
How is New Orleans?
Because I don't even see what the opportunities for those people are.
No, there aren't, and it's insane. It is a terrifying city in that sense. Where
people are so firmly entrenched in whatever job that they're in.
Yes.
Like it's crazy.
The wealth is set and distributed accordingly, and that is not changing. And it feels like that. And it also feels like housing is just getting pressure, like it's just a chokehold.
We gotta ban Airbnbs, bro.
No, and the city tries to fix this by forcing short-term rentals, aka Airbnbs. Like they're pressuring and putting more limitations on them to pressure owners to not do it, but it's stupid. Everything they're doing does nothing to help. But man,
you have to just ban them and then deal with whatever the legal fallout of that is later.
Yes, all right. So put this in perspective. I live with my partner.
Yes.
Our rent is
Hopelicious.
Delicious. Love that woman. Our rent is pushing 14 for a 900 square foot house. Not the best. I love it. Personally, I think it's cute.
Yeah. I totally understand.
It's small, kind of being the main thing. And
while 1400, I'm not big. Nate is a big guy.
I'm big, yes. I got a little meat to me.
Yeah, it's like 6 something.
For like 300 pounds. And what was I saying? And I work 2 jobs. I don't mean to play this card, but I'm playing this card. I work 2 jobs, man. And everything I do, I have to be financially cautious about because of how expensive it is to live in the city.
Yeah.
Probably with bills and everything, where I'm looking around like well into like pushing $2,000 like a month for everything. Like
I'm it's more than that too, because you gotta account for food and some of that type of stuff.
That encompass.
New Orleans is not cheap.
Dude, I went to Good Browns and just dropped $30 on a po' boy and mozzarella sticks.
I'm saying. When I came to Alaska, everybody, and I've said this a couple times on some of these recordings I've done already, but when I came to Alaska, everybody was like, "Oh man, it's so expensive. You're gonna be shocked how expensive it was." And then I went, "Really?"
Like this?
I got here, I was like, "Oh, New Orleans is really expensive."
Yeah, New Orleans is so expensive.
This is just expensive, and it wasn't always like that. It was not always like that. I remember when you used to like go to restaurants and food would be cheap for real.
Yes.
And I know that's everywhere. Don't get me wrong. I know inflation has occurred everywhere, but in New Orleans, it's significant. Like I remember a period of time where it was like the low. I would be like, oh yeah, I would be like, yeah, I understand like how we can go out to eat and get this. Like this makes sense. This ain't that much money.
Yeah. Also, like a nice date night was pushing into like $70. Now we're pushing like, I don't know, Hope and I went to like some amazing like cuisine like N7 and such, and like our bills are pushing like $250. I'm like,
and I mean, granted, part of that is like people start to drink and like we develop more taste.
Yeah,
but it's like, yeah,
exactly.
I feel you. It's like, God damn.
I know it's a part of getting older, along with a hurting economy. It's frustrating. The city offers no relief with any of that. No. So there's that.
No, the city doesn't really give back to the young folks of the city all that much. It never really feels like they create opportunities for us to really be within the city long term.
Our
and I think a lot of us would like to be.
Related. Yeah. all
I
of
think
it
a
is
lot of people
service
love to
related.
stay here. Like even though we complain about New Orleans, I think a lot of New Orleans people like have gone elsewhere
and
and
wanted
have
to move
seen,
back.
yeah, I
or
don't
move-
really like
yeah.
this that much. I'll just be at the crib. Like, let's go back to New Orleans.
Yeah,
Because it's one of the greatest cities on earth. It truly is. It truly is.
It has a great attitude. The people itself, like a lot of people
Well,
are
and
connected in
culturally-
weird ways. Culturally, yeah.
Culturally, it's places don't, people think like Mardi Gras is like, that's it. That's all you do. No,
Yeah.
we got like
Yeah.
150 plus festivals. Like,
Yeah, the
there's
city
so much
really
shit all
has
the time.
something for everyone, which is
Apparently
beautiful.
someone today fucking bought a parade. Like they had
Yeah.
a parade for their birthday, just paid for it.
Mhm.
Like,
And
okay,
not
cool.
no second line stuff, like a
I had to pay
legit
for it.
parade.
No, a
yeah.
parade. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
not like a
fire.
little
I mean,
marching
that's-
band. Yeah.
It's very
do
gluttonous.
you.
But hey,
like,
okay.
All right. Yeah,
Like
but
that part of it's
regardless-
undefeated. And this year alone, I've been to SF, I've been to New York, I've been all over the place. New Orleans is still really fucking legendary. These other places are great, don't get me wrong, and are fun. Don't get me wrong. New Orleans is elite.
I went through 9 cities in
Elite,
Europe,
my boy.
and I still. Yeah. I went through nine cities in Europe, and I still absolutely have pride in the city. It's just they are choking out the middle to lower classes.
There is
They
no
are.
there is no
There is none. No, they're there and they're hurting financially.
not really.
I know.
It's basic, but that's my point.
Oh, a middle.
If you're
okay.
hurting that bad,
If
it's just
you're
low
not
and
middle.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting at.
Like
Yeah.
you're just fucked.
We've booted our middle class to just lower
Smithereens.
SES.
Give the people,
People. Look at this book.
give me a New Orleans story. Your most New Orleans story. It could be big, it could be small. Just give me something that describes the essence of New Orleans to you.
You heard about the Bank Street shit?
I did hear about the Bank Street shit.
Oh, I don't know.
You know my dad used to live over there?
Yeah,
Like-
I think,
like 2
no, we
blocks
didn't
off?
talk about this. You weren't here. You weren't.
Bro,
hanging with-
he used to play at Banks for like 2 years straight.
Really.
Yeah,
Man,
this is a
like-
really funny story. The old owner of Banks, or maybe the current owner of Banks, one time my dad was over there and he was telling some of the regulars, he was like, "Oh yeah, Dave's one of us." After he'd been playing there for a long time, and at that moment, my dad was like, "Holy shit, I gotta change."
I gotta
He was
change.
like-
What's that?
Oh yeah, well he was like, "I'm not a Bank Street regular." Like he's
Yeah.
like, no. He's like, "I am not the mindset of y'all." He's like, "Fuck that."
No, that's
Freaked out.
exactly. Everyone's beefing with the fucking owners right now because, well, I mean, the owner
That was
passed away.
crazy.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. I feel like that's a good New Orleans story, but
Now,
it
give me
doesn't
a
really
different one. Too
personally-
niche. Too niche.
Yeah, you can't be putting on.
Hard to explain because then we gotta like link articles and be like, "Hey, this is what we're talking about."
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. If you check our sites below,
All right.
it's a New Orleans story.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be big.
Yeah, but you're asking the Metairie boy.
Okay, give me a story that you think defines the differentiation between Metairie and New Orleans.
I found that. Damn, you put me on the spot for this one.
I'm putting everybody on the spot for everything. That's the point. That's why I'm not telling you ahead of time. It's more fun. You get authentic. People get authentic reaction.
You see me just like raging, like so.
Right, and that's also why I'm not answering most of the time because it's like if I answer every episode,
It's just a little redundant.
it's just stupid. Like I'll probably do an episode of me.
It's you interviewing you.
No, that's arrogant. I would have.
You're
I
gonna
would
Bo
have, like,
Burnham it.
I would probably have my homie Matthew interview.
Oh yeah, the tatted up, the quirked up white guy. Sorry.
No.
All right.
The fine gay man.
Oh,
The fine black
yes,
gay.
I know exactly who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Matthew, who also loves Colin.
Who Colin also loves. That's so funny.
We all love Matthew though. Matthew's the shit.
He's apparently got a great smile and a great personality
And a great body and is very attractive.
and a great ass. I've heard it. He's
Great. I mean, look, he's a very
he's
attractive dude.
carrying apparently. Okay.
He puts in a lot of work. My
Orleans
boy be in the
story.
gym a lot. Yeah. Just to you.
You know what? Okay, it's recent.
Okay.
Fucking New Orleans fixation on high school. So I hadn't been to the dentist. Awful. I know you know this because I just bragged about it, but I hadn't been to the dentist. Fuck you, mom. Love you. Since I was like 11 or 12 years old. Granted, I understand after like a certain point, it should have fallen into my responsibility. But when you're brought up not going, you don't really know to go until
Hey.
other people. Yeah, exact time.
You're the psych guy, but I gotta just stop you here.
Huh?
You're putting blame on yourself in a situation that really isn't your
No, that's
fault.
what I'm saying.
If you were 11, like you had way more time to have been brought while you were a child.
No, that's what I'm saying. And also, since I wasn't brought when I was a child, I've basically learned that this isn't really a necessity. Like it's not important. So that's what I'm saying. But so I finally 23 years old. I'm like, fuck it. I got a whole extra tooth. I'm like, I gotta go to the dentist. I hadn't had my teeth cleaned in God knows, like pushing 9-10 years. I gotta go. So I finally went, and guy sits down. He's like, yeah, so you from here? I'm like, yeah, from New Orleans. He's like, oh, what high school did you go to? So if you're from New Orleans, that is like, that's the
I'm shocked he even said high school, bro.
Bro, right? What school?
Usually
It's
they'll
always,
teach you what school. Yup.
Yeah, and it's immediately inferred that they are talking about high school and nothing else.
You can tell very fast who's not from the city.
Orleans. Yeah, because if they're like, oh, I start off going to like St. Christopher's for element. No, they don't give a shit about
No, not even that. Most people go to college and you're like,
college. You're like, college, the fuck you.
Yeah, I went to Chicago.
I'm talking about like, well, sure, like give me Rumble or something. Yeah. So immediately he's like, so where'd you go to school? I was like, oh, Brother Martin. He's like, really? I went to he went to Brother Martin before it was Brother Martin kind of thing. And he started talking about how he wrestled. This is while he's like, oh,
okay, twin.
Yeah, right. And I wrestled in high school. So like, it's just this, like your dentist is fucking knuckle deep in your mouth talking about high school. Talking about, oh, it's like, I saw your coach the other day. He's the one who assaulted a kid in the parking lot, right? I'm like, yeah, that one. And it's just like, yeah, shout out Coach Reeve. And it's just
stereotypes are a stereotype for a reason, I guess.
Fucking A. It's just such a fucking New Orleans thing. It's a small city. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone has a 2 to 3 separate person connection. So like, you might not be immediately connected to them, but you're connected to one of their friends. Like there's always a connection. And it's a small, large city, and everyone cares about your
tiny.
It's small. It's so
not
small.
big.
So small.
Like our metropolitan area is not big.
The metropolitan is not big, but it is a big city.
It's a big city in significance.
Yes.
And that's what makes it a big city.
It's a loud
actually
city.
Big.
Yeah, it's a loud city. It's got a lot on it. It's opinionated.
No, we create a lot of shit.
Yeah, we do create a lot.
You know, we're the shit.
We're great food. Phenomenal food.
Favorite dish? Mount Rushmore of New Orleans food.
Oh, ew. So the racist one?
A statue of 4 people that don't happen to deal with the empire that is America and all this other stuff.
Manifest destiny.
What would be the 4 things you would put in this theoretical mountain space that you're now putting something onto? That definitely is not a natives or sacred land to anybody, because we had to make sure.
My dinner tonight, po' boys. The versatility, the beauty, the cheapness. There's reason it's called a fucking poor boy.
That's true.
But if I had to be particular, fried shrimp or hot sausage.
I was just about to add. You said fried shrimp or hot sausage? Yep.
Fried shrimp or hot sausage.
That's the right take. That's the right take.
Maybe fried catfish every now and then, but
that one's good.
That one's good, but like
I think a lot of them are good. Surf and turf can be good.
Surf and turf.
Roast beef can be good when it's hot.
I'm not a fan. Not me. It's like I feel like you're teetering in non-New Orleans with roast beef. I know it's
no. The roast beef one, they got some iconic New Orleans.
I know that's like New Orleans.
Yeah,
but for me, that's just not.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That's why I don't get the ham. If it's a sandwich,
that's a sandwich.
If it's a regular sandwich, I don't want it.
What do you mean you're throwing cheese on a po' boy? Like what are you doing?
I don't want a ham and cheese. I don't want this.
Yeah.
Now you could throw cheese on it with the hot sausage sometimes.
I don't want to just sit here.
You gotta get the hot sausage with the Creole mustard.
Fried chicken, Blue Oak, fried chicken sandwich is going up there.
Okay.
That shit is immaculate.
Looks good.
It's phenomenal. Oh my god.
I like that you gave a specific restaurant one.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh yeah.
People give different answers, and I don't care how you answer.
Yeah. It's all your personality. What else? I got 2 more.
Yep.
I do love me some jambalaya.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd throw it up there though.
Not with the tomatoes.
Because it's also it's sometimes like it can be a little basic. I feel like it's really one note. Like it's smacking. It's fucking good, but it's a little one note after a certain bit.
When people make it really good though.
I know.
Wow, this isn't one note. It's like holy shit.
Yo, Crab cakes up there. Fuck up some crab
He's
cakes.
just like, I love crab cakes. He's like, fuck New Orleans. I like crab cakes.
Number 4, Bearcat.
The
Come on, you got this.
the brunch spot, the brunch
Yeah, the
place.
brunch spot. That
It's
shit's so
okay.
good. They have
Their potatoes are really good.
potatoes are great.
The
But the
potatoes
cou-
are elite.
Dude, the Couillon Daddy.
I hate brunch that's not bottomless. It's not brunch.
Bro, I walk out of there hurt. Oh, you said saying the drinks, they're expensive.
That's what I'm saying.
They make some good cocktails though. They're bramble.
But bro, if you have brunch, you have to have an unlimited drink option with some shitty alcohol. That's the point. Well, there's one spot. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. If you ever want to do brunch one day, there's a spot on St. Charles. Oh wait,
Slim Goodies.
No, not Slim Goodies. That's
Slim Goodies, gross. Uh-oh. They
There we go.
kapooted on you?
no, one almost died, so I got to switch the other one. I've been doing this for a couple hours, so like.
Oh, you just charge,
Yeah, got
switch,
it.
charge, switch.
Yep.
Oh, I
yep.
see. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
But
How does this audio sound?
it sounds great.
That's
I
great.
need to get a mic because I like that it catches the ambient noise.
It's $19.99 right here.
Yeah.
And look, you can.
Yeah.
I
I would
just
hate that
wasn't-
though because I would forget to turn that shit on.
It turns in a whole red light.
Yeah.
Hope this isn't loud. As
I have a Yeti.
Oh,
It's just not up here.
Chris.
Oh no, wait. This is what I was gonna say. They got a place. It's on.
Picadas?
No, it's on St. Charles.
Sorry, I'm still
a great
on
pick.
food.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
It's a great pick.
It's on St. Charles, and they have it's bottomless. They make their own liquor, and they have juices, and you can get tequila or vodka, and it's unlimited.
Oh,
And it's not the whole drink. They're giving you like a shot worth, but I mean, dude,
still unlimited.
it's like $20, which is a really good deal for liquor.
Because in the city,
After
that's
3,
another thing.
I've paid for it already.
Like at Bearcat, yeah, seriously, at Bearcat, it's like $13 for a small like rocks glass of like a bramble, like a little gin, you know.
Bro, it'll be like $13 for mimosa. I'm like, bro, you put some champagne and some orange juice in here.
I'm like, can
Like,
I get an orange
you
juice?
didn't get expensive champagne.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit me.
It's like the champagne's $9 for the entire bottle, and you get like 8 mimosas out of it,
what are
fucker.
you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you're like robbing me.
We both know that's Kirkland's champagne.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like you went to Costco.
Yeah.
You got the Costco tequila right there.
How do you? All right, I know
Costco
you
Kilo.
don't like answering questions, but how
No,
do you feel
no.
about
I will definitely answer stuff if people ask me.
How do you feel about the drinking culture in New Orleans?
And it's all of Louisiana to me.
Yeah.
But in New Orleans in particular, it's so built in that it just is what it is. I
Like
mean,
it's just natural.
Everyone's
like,
an
it's-
alcoholic.
Yeah, genuinely. Like in New Orleans, it's not pathological. It's just socially induced.
Yeah, everyone's
But-
socially an alcoholic.
Exactly. But like if you keep and maintain that amount of drinking or intaking and move to like fucking Montreal,
Oh, you couldn't do it.
You would get fucking burned.
No, you,
You
can't,
would-
you literally can't.
You can't. Yeah.
It's also a reason why so many people in New Orleans, like, I mean, I hate to be like this, but don't, see as much of life as they probably should.
No, yeah. They get
You
very
drink that much 20, 30 years and you kill yourself.
yeah.
Not like
and
you
also
off
you lock
yourself, but like
No,
your
no.
body. I mean, alcohol is one of the worst drugs you could intake. Truly.
It's
What it does to the body is horrible. And it's also one of the
Yeah.
most complex drugs in how it relates to your body too, because it's everything at once.
I would argue it's definitely one of the most lethal. Strictly just because like per capita through everyone is
Oh,
uh-uh. Hang on. We're good.
uh-oh. He unplugged it from the wall.
Oh no. All right, threw the whole thing away. We're done.
I'm waiting. I do got to go kind of soon to start this other file.
Yeah. All right, here we can any other questions you're looking for? What the
I
hell?
kind of wanted to finish the what you were saying, but if you can't find the thing, it's fine.
Come on, camera. What was I saying though? If you remind
You
me
asked
one
about the alcohol culture, and then you were saying you think it's one of the most lethal because of per capita, and obviously that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
But how
definitely not the
how it
deadliest.
actually works in your body is not good for you at all. And I'm not saying any drug is particularly good for you,
Hmm.
but alcohol and what it does in the actual body itself is not a good thing.
Yeah, no, I mean it.
I
Yeah,
mean, I still drink. I ain't telling nobody not to drink now.
I have a whole bar. I have like
Yeah,
9 bottles.
I ain't telling people not to drink now.
Yeah,
But when I first came back to
I
the city though,
study alcoholism.
when
Um,
when I first came back to the city though, after being a ULM and BR for a little while, the most jarring thing, especially dating, was having to have the realization that, and this isn't true, but in the moment I was struggling with this. It's like a lot of the women that you're gonna meet are alcoholics.
yeah,
And the likelihood of you marrying somebody or having a long-term relationship and then maybe becoming alcoholic, especially in New Orleans, is high.
it's high.
And I could be too. Not to take anything from me, because it could be
Yeah.
me.
Dude, I feel that as well. It's interesting, like, because New Orleans is such reverse, where it's like you're an oddity, you're an enigma whenever you're sober, whenever you don't drink at all. It's like, oh, and it's immediately speculated. I'm like, oh, you must have had one prior. That's why you
Right.
don't interact now.
I think one of the interesting things about that though is that once people who just stop drinking, once they just start going back to the shit they did, like other than bars, like more often than not, people don't even care. They're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't drink, cool.
Yeah,
It's not my business. We're all adults.
it's not definitely, but
Like if a motherfucker want to do meth, they could do meth. It's not my decision. I'm not recommending it.
yeah, I was like, hey,
No, not co-signing.
I enable your meth intake.
No. I mean, I'm of the belief all drugs should be legal and taxed.
when when I hear illegal, I kind of think of like kind of similar to Oklahoma, where it's rehabilitation prioritized over legal like attackment of it. Not attackment, Jesus fucking Christ. Rather than the legal route, it's more just for addressing those issues itself, which is nice.
No, that's great. I'm saying from the other side of that token, though, not from the whether you get caught or not. I just think drugs in general should be legal, controlled, and taxed.
So kind of like what, since we're all adults, we can make our own decision kind of thing. And
yeah, and we also understand like what the implications of certain drugs can have on people long term. So certain ones have a higher tax than other ones. It's not like you
Okay.
just, but
Kinda
also
more
that
educating
makes
about
it
it,
to
rather.
where it's more, yeah, people can be more educated. You know, the stuff can be clean and legal. You know, places that have like needles and stuff like that when they know that people have like give people needles.
Yeah,
I'd rather people have an
have
opportunity,
clean needles than
yes, than to deal with any of the bloodborne illnesses that can occur. Like people do drugs. There's no point anymore to stop pretending like we don't do drugs. We do.
might
It's
as well
okay.
make it as safe and as educating as possible. Yeah.
Because too many people OD because they take one drug and somebody laced it with fentanyl. If it was legal and we just taxed it, we can all go to the store. Like, it'd be easier. It'll be annoying because it'd be bureaucratic and yada yada yada. And there would still be and don't get me wrong, I know there would always be a black market, but I even think in that situation the black market is better because usually it's black market of goods that are just excess. If we look at the weed market, if we look at like the weed in the West Coast, you're just selling all this shit that you just can't.
That's
sell.
legal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
You
okay,
just
sweet.
send it down here.
This is fire stuff. Like,
Yeah. Like, wow,
but
this
then
is better
motherfuckers
than
started
anything.
lacing it with fentanyl for whatever stupid fucking reason.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You know they have super fentanyl?
Yeah. Fentanyl with a cape. It's insane.
Yeah, just even stronger fentanyl. I'm like, what do we need this for? Like, truly, like even for people with long term
fentanyl strong enough? Like
even with like people with super long term like pain like that, it's like I don't this doesn't even seem ethical anymore.
Yeah.
And also just it's at no point does anyone go, man, no, obviously people have, but do people not as a group just go, damn, like should we question the method of how we're doing this? If the result of we're not actually trying to, all we try to do is we don't try to fix the illness, right? We just try to put you in a situation where you can cope with it.
It's more like, wait, you're saying that's what we should be doing, or is that
No,
that's
what
what's
we
happening?
do. Yeah.
It's more like
More often
rather
than not,
than
we are
addressing
not actually trying to address the root issue to fix the
Yeah,
illness.
exactly. It's
We're
like
just dealing with pain or whatever else. It's like at some point, do
shit,
we not
I would
want to
even argue it's not that you're just dealing with pain. You're generally just. Oh, you're saying with prescribing, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I was misinterpreting.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm saying like at some point, do we not question like when we get to stuff like super fentanyl? Like, wait a minute, maybe this isn't the method that makes sense.
I mean, there are alternatives, which that's the
Of
interesting
course.
part.
But it's interesting that the alternative is still so tiny. And I mean, I know some of the historical reasonings with that. Like
Also, yeah, well-
I know Rockefeller literally paid to not do holistic medicine. I get it. But
That's how it is. Repercussions of
America.
capitalism. Yeah.
American capitalism.
Yeah, that was what I was actually mentioning with what I thought you were at first getting with how we handle and address those with like substance use or substance abuse issues.
Oh yeah.
Rather than
No, don't put them
focusing
in
and prioritizing rehabilitation, it's almost like let's remove these people from the normative people.
Yeah.
Sure. No, but like let's
in
make
jail.
these genuinely, exactly. Rather
Have
than
you ever heard of Billy Milligan?
no, I'm not.
Okay, he's the first guy who ever successfully pled insanity in a murder case because he had like he had what's the legally correct term for multiple personality?
Oh, DID.
Yeah, he had DID and had like a ton like several very distinct at personalities, and they
Well,
did
yeah.
Go read it,
What's his name?
Billy Milligan. It's a
So
book
he was the
about
first one with dissociative identity disorder, like to be actually
successfully
like.
plead insanity in a murder case.
Was it ever diagnosed or was it just speculated?
No, it was diagnosed. They have it in depth.
You know what year this was?
It's
Like what era?
Yeah, just Google
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that later.
it. No, yeah. No, I can hear. I'll pull it up right now.
You're looking at it. Are you doing any more of these today, or is this?
Yeah, I got the thing to do with the mod in them, but we'll wrap up after this. Yeah, Billy died in 2014. This was 70s. It's super interesting. There's a nonfiction novel. Great book. It's written by Daniel Keyes. Came out in '81. I read it in high school.
2 or 3 during that period.
Yep.
I don't think DID was small personality disorder at that time. Yeah, interesting.
No,
yeah,
it
I
wasn't
wanna read up on
DID
that.
yet. No,
Yeah.
it definitely was not DID yet.
I mean, or borderline, but they'd probably be.
But it's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you get a lot of insight into himself from himself.
Okay, yeah.
No, seriously, like you get it's interesting. Like whether or not I don't know how it's all like technically done now, and I can learn on a different day. That's not necessarily what I'm about to get into, but it's like it's interesting for the way that they understood what it was at the time,
Yeah.
and then to hear himself, because like they basically had conversations with his supposed like other personalities, right? Or however, whatever the proper way for me to describe all this is. And it's interesting to hear them talk about like basically there was like there's Billy himself. There was like Billy.
Yeah.
And
You
just the
can
early-
refer to others as like alters or just
Okay.
sub-personalities.
Yeah. Okay. So Billy's like beginning of his life just went like, he was so abused, raped, yada. There was a bunch of shit, right? So shatters his psyche, I suppose, or whatever the right thing is. But the alternates like literally talk about it. Like they talk about having to take over because if Billy ran the body, they would just die.
Yeah.
Like there was the last moment that like Billy was in control for a period of time was like he had gone up to the roof at the school and was going to jump off the roof.
Yeah, DID or borderline are often rooted in trauma. So
Yeah.
with thick ass leg.
It's fucking
How thick that leg is. God
it's
damn.
intense.
Yeah,
But-
that is an intense leg.
Yeah, we probably won't keep all that part in there.
Oh. So I'm like, look at this shit.
Well, I meant the whole Billy Milligan part.
Okay, yeah.
This is the random.
By the way, have
Tangent.
you ever heard of
Yeah, right. But well, tell the people who you are, where to find you if they want to follow you and continue your career, read your publication shit. I don't know.
My name is Nathaniel Joseph Perdue. I'm going full government
Full
name off of
government.
this. Yeah, full government. I know, right? Well, that's because like in academia, I do want to go by Nathaniel. hopefully I am a future clinician. And I hopefully will be admitted into a PhD program by the end of this year. That would be more than ideal. My third year applying.
Her
Hopefully,
charm.
you're fucking right. Hopefully, you can find me as your local clinician. Idealistically, working in a forensic field. Hopefully, you might not hope to find me there, but hopefully, I am working there. And look out for publications on alcohol use, substance use, and a plethora of psychometrics in prisons. So
That's my guy. Nate
that's
the
my
Great,
guy.
Mr. Perdue.
We'll go with that. Don't at me on Instagram or anything. I don't have none of that.
He's like, nah, fuck all that shit.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. That shit's dead
If
to
you
me.
really want to, if you really want to find him, you'll just see him on the tag shit. I'll tag
Fuck.
him shit. 'Cause I have to.
I guess you
Sadly.
have to cite me.
I mean, I don't have to. If you didn't want to be tagged, I don't have to tag.
This
You
is
can just
this
like it.
was
You can like it from afar. That's truly like, I mean, genuinely, I'll get whatever call. Oh, I forgot to tell other people this. I'm gonna send you a model release.
Yeah.
In the thing though, your compensation, you'll get free prints from me, like for the yellow chair shit.
dude. You want to see some cute stuff? Oh, yeah, free prints. That's you already did give me prints though. Not prints, but the digital files of them.
Yeah, but I can actually give you a print and you can put it on the wall.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, hang on, I want to show you something.
I have to give you something to trade. Hey, hey, the book gang. I haven't even started the second book. I haven't even
What?
started the second book yet, bro. I haven't even
You
started
haven't?
processing it. No, it's
This
it's not
shit
gonna be this year. It'll be early next
Stays.
year.
Look, read through. This shit stays on my bookshelf.
I look. I'm not even. I don't even think y'all have done this to flatter me. But a lot of people have told me that thing gets a lot of love. People look
It
at that
does.
motherfucker.
Look at this shit. You tell me
That's
this bitch get a little love.
That's very true.
People be. I do like this one.
Yeah, me too. I don't know where my infrared camera went.
I'm always repping you. I love you. You're a
Love you
great
too, bro.
human being. Appreciate your perspective. And we don't talk for like a couple months, and we catch up like he's eating the badootie hole.
I was. The
Oh.
Badoosie.
God damn it, let me be nice.
Yeah,
And we can pick up like nothing. I love you, bud.
yeah, love you too. Talk to you soon. See you in a couple months.
Fuck you. Come home. Come home, beautiful.
I got until next year, bro. When there's
Oh wait,
or
shout
2 years
out.
from now.
Don't read this, but it just says you're known,
Love
bro.
your favorite gnome, bro. I don't even know if they could possibly read the rest.
I mean,
Did I,
it's
did
really
I
just
say, did I say some wild shit? Probably.
no. You're just like literally just being mean to me and insulting me. I get called stinky 3 times. Read the first fucking word. It's like you stink.
Yeah, that was getting you back for every time you called me stinky.
Shut up, stinky.
Truly,
like
you
shit.
started texting me that, so I was like, let me get this motherfucker back. And this
Yeah,
motherfucker
bro.
supposed to be nice.
Stinky is a term of endearment in my
You
heart.
see, I'm being endearing. Stinky bitch.
All right, bud. I love you. I'll catch you
Love you,
later.
Peace.